to, you know, I was thinking about it. Intentional disrespect. Intentional disrespect. When someone intentionally disrespects you and they hurt you, they're actually wanting to hurt you. And that happened so much in my life, 18 plus years now, all the way back in the first grade. Everybody's been intentionally disrespecting me. When you're hurting somebody and you actually do it, you actually wanted to intentionally hurt that person. You really wanted to hurt them. And when you actually do, how do you expect that person to feel? He feels scared now. How do you think I feel? I wasn't able to fully develop. Why do you think I'm so scared? That's fucked up. Me, personally, I've grown up to be a better man regardless because of my God in the sky. God believed in me when no one believed in me. They put me down. They beat me up. That intentional disrespect. That ain't cool. Did I ever do that to you? All my life. All my life, beat up, been homeless, you know, taken advantage of, used like a tool. You've been betrayed, treated like a fool and shit, you know. But I've always kept my cool. When when you're getting ready to fight somebody and shit, and then you throw the first punch and shit, why I think I don't put my dukes up and shit? Why? Because I wouldn't want to intentionally do that to you. I wouldn't want you to feel like that. How do you think I feel? I feel like I'm in a seashell, bro, or in a cave. Every time I get hit in the face, I have to go hide inside. And even getting beat up, hit in the face in public, in the park, where no one helped me out. We're all supposed to be Americans helping one another. How is that caring for your nation, caring for you, being a man or a woman? How is that keeping your word, your oath? Especially with God. When I was with, man, especially when I seen that woman getting kidnapped and shit, her screaming on the top of her lungs by some man that's snatching her away by where I used to live. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? You know, he let her go, but he ended up taking off. She didn't say thank you or nothing like that, but I did something good. I stopped something from escalating. I wouldn't do that to anybody. I wouldn't do that to come on, man. I always kept my cool, always kept it true. But when you're intentionally thinking about something and you intentionally do it, beat someone down to the ground, you actually wanting to hurt that person. You want to hurt them so bad, and that's how I feel. When people intentionally hurting me, whether it be a man, woman, mentally or physically, spiritually, God's always been there with me. He's always gonna be there regardless, because I don't make gold medal of achievement. I read the Bible. So what? If my truth ain't hurting me and it ain't hurting you, why are you intentionally disrespecting me, intentionally hurting me for? If I always kept my cool and I always kept my truths, regardless of the past is the fucking past. I grew up by past and shit. God believed me when no one didn't believe me. Why? Because what? Women could lie in the court of law under oath, betraying their God, their nation, themselves, their parents, themselves. They might think that they're telling the truth. No. Intentionally hurting somebody is intentionally hurting somebody. But ever since they fucking figured out men want to sleep with them, they have some type of way. They think that's the money maker. No, regardless, the man are the prize and shit. We're supposed to be the what? The providers and the protectors. Why do you want to switch the roles? First you mad at us for doing this and doing that, and what? Then you're gonna go what? Sell the honey to make the money. You're selling your pussy. You're selling your pussy. Do you know that your man's supposed to only see you naked? Why are you gonna be on OnlyFans showing your body naked and shit? Your man's supposed to be looking at that. And how you expect him to feel once he sees you talking to another man? Vice versa. I never did that shit, but it hurt me to the point where I see my ex sending naked pictures of herself in my restroom to other men. That ain't cool. That ain't right. That's intentionally hurting the one that you care about the most. So when you're doing the crime, even before you have a kid, without knowing God, your children shall be cursed upon this earth. Because you're young, you haven't read the Bible yet. You don't know the golden code, the moral, the 10 commandments. You committing adultery. The same thing when you're married and you're breaking the oath. You're breaking the oath between you and God. You're selling the honey to make the money. You're selling your wife's pussy. You broke the oath between you and your God and your husband. God don't like that. So now you're gonna have more babies, and then what? You're gonna leave your child in the cold? Do you know that the child that you have bear is probably one of your family members reincarnated, reborn again, and you leave them abandoned in the cold? And so now they become a curse upon this earth. Until I